welcome to Half Horse Tarot. I am here with your mid-month update for the month of August 2018. Before we get started real quick, I just want to go ahead and let you guys all know that I do have most of the readings for the signs posted for the mid-month August readings, and I do have all of the readings for every sign posted for the August monthly readings. So if you watch this video and it's just not really resonating with you, do make sure to check out your monthly reading for August, and also check out the readings for your moon and rising signs for the mid-month updates, as well as the monthly readings, to find out a little bit more about your information or to see if one of those readings resonates a little bit better with whatever situation you're going through. So now that I got that out of the way, I'll go ahead and get started on your reading. I do interpret this spread a little bit like a Lenormand 5-card spread for those of you who may be familiar with that style of reading. So we'll start off with your central card for the rest of the month, which is the Two of Swords in the upright. I do normally prefer this card in the reverse, but the upright isn't necessarily negative either. The twos are all about balance, about choices, and the woman in this card, traditionally she's depicted as holding these crossed swords, kind of in like a kneeling or sitting position, and just kind of not really moving. She's blindfolded. There's just a real passivity associated with this card, and it's kind of akin to the Justice card in the Major Arcana, this idea of weighing up your options and really waiting and thinking things through rationally before you make a choice. So as opposed to perhaps the Two of Wands, where you might be a little bit more reckless or foolhardy in terms of making a decision or choosing a path, jumping into something before you've really had time to figure out what it is you want to do or where you want to go, or to gather information and do a real effective pros cons kind of rationalization. This card is more about just sort of passively waiting and thinking things through. So I do think that a lot of you guys for the next couple of weeks might be deliberating your options if there's something that you've been considering doing, a new direction that you're thinking about going in. I think that the next couple of weeks are really about reflection, making sure that you get as much information about the options that are available to you as possible. And whenever you jump into something new, you're never going to have complete transparency. You're not going to be able to plan for every possible contingency. But I think that, with you guys, knowledge is power, and the more that you know going in, the more secure you're going to feel regarding whatever decision you make. And there's just this element of really wanting to be sure that you make the right choice for you, something that's ultimately going to bring you happiness and stability and growth. So over here we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I kind of like this card in reverse. It almost counteracts the passive energy of the Two of Swords. In the upright, you have the woman and she's watching these pentacles that she's planted, kind of waiting for them to be ripe to harvest so that she can, take what she has accrued, all of the time and effort she's put into this labor, and move forward with it and capitalize on it. So in the reverse, some of you guys may be past that waiting stage. Maybe you have already taken the time to wait for these seeds to germinate and grow and be ready for harvesting. And now you guys are ready to start moving forward. Others of you, maybe you're not quite at that stage yet in terms of being 100% ready to go, but kind of on a mental level, you guys are done being patient. You're done waiting. You want to see some sort of tangible action or movement forward. So again, if this isn't really like physically starting to proceed in the direction that you're trying to go, mentally, you might be at that point where you're just done waiting and you don't want to waste any more time and you just kind of want to move forward. So obviously, again, you have to make sure that you're as prepared as possible before you just jump into something. But I do think that there is a lot more active energy coming in through your reading, and you're kind of moving out of that passive deliberation stage, which is a nice, positive movement forward in the right direction to get you on the path that you need to be on. So next to the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Queen of Wands. She is in the upright. This could be another person. If so, they would likely be a fire sign, which for your reference is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. They could be male or female, and they could be a sun, moon, or rising fire sign. If not, this person could just embody the traits of the card. So they could be somebody who's very attractive, passionate, creative. They may be full of a lot of inspiration, artistic energy. They're real go-getters. They kind of know what they want and they just go for it. There's no real long-term waiting or deliberation with them. They're all about fire. It's go, go, go. Not in necessarily a reckless way. With the Queen being the feminine counterpart of the King, she is kind of the master of the element. But, somebody who's a fire sign is going to be a little bit more quick to act than other signs. But for most of you guys, I think this is going to be your energy, which is really interesting for a water sign to embody this element of fire. And I think going back to what I said before with the Seven of Pentacles being in reverse, a lot of you guys are just done waiting. You're ready to go. There's none of this passivity anymore. You're not going to be moving slow and waiting around, and you're going to embody that fiery energy and start to try to make things happen rather than just sitting around and hoping that whatever it is happens to you and falls in your lap. And moving forward, we have the Seven of Wands. It is in the upright. So you guys may have to defend yourselves in the next couple of weeks. If there is something that you're passionate about, if there is something you want to do, maybe not everybody around you is incredibly supportive of this new path or this new idea, be it a job, a relationship, whatever, but you believe strongly in whatever this is. And because of that, you are going to need to stand your ground and kind of defend yourself against any sort of onslaught that may be coming your way. And it may feel a little bit overwhelming, especially if it is a situation where you're not getting all of the support that you want, particularly from your family or your loved ones. And it might be a little bit exhausting, but I think overall, whatever it is that you guys want to do or whatever direction you want to go in, I think it's going to be something that's positive for you. We do have the Page of Pentacles here in the upright. Again, this could be a person. If so, they could be male or female. They would likely be an earth sign, and the earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And that could be sun, moon, or rising. I don't really think that this is a person. I think it's more of like an energy or possibly communication. The pages are all about that kind of incipient initial stage of something. And with the Pentacles, it's going to be something most likely regarding your material security, maybe your finances, your career, something that's going to affect kind of your day-to-day happenings and how you make your way through the world and interact with society at large. And with it being in the upright, I do think that by the end of the month, a lot of you guys are going to be in those initial stages of moving forward in this new direction. And it's a positive energy to me because the Pentacles are all about stability. Whatever it is that they represent is something that's going to be, it's a stable energy. It's not fleeting. The downside is that the Pentacles are usually the slowest suit in terms of, time it takes for these things to manifest. So things might not be moving at the pace that you want them to, but there is progress, there is movement forward, and whatever this new path is, it's probably going to be something that is more stable for you. I do think it's also going to be something that is successful for you. And with it being next to the Seven of Wands, if you are having to defend yourselves or, kind of really fight to get people to support you and what it is you want to do, I do think you're going to be successful and be able to stand on your own 2 feet by the end of it. I don't know if that means that you're going to make your case and people are going to kind of understand your perspective a little bit better, or if you just come to this realization that you don't need the support of everybody around you. What really matters is doing whatever you know is right for you and whatever is going to make you happy, and just kind of let the cookie crumble as it may. So I do like this energy moving toward the end of the month. There is, this element of contention, having to make possibly difficult choices, but it does seem to be good, solid, tangible progress and the beginnings of something that's going to be really stable. The overall energy that you guys have for your reading is the Sun card in the upright. And, I can't really say enough about how positive the Sun is. It's arguably the most positive card in the entire tarot deck, even when it shows up in the reverse. So with it being in the upright and overshadowing your reading, I think it's just a sign that whatever it is that you're doing, wanting, pushing for, it's going to be a positive new avenue for you. It's going to bring you happiness, success, and I think that you guys are on the right path. I also do think that if some of you guys are a little unsure about what it is you want to do, with this Two of Swords energy being their kind of front and center, that the Sun can also represent clarity. So, maybe you're waiting on some sort of sign from the universe or whatever to help guide you in the right direction. I do think that's going to come in. So, the Page of Pentacles can also be about communication. So there may be something that comes in that helps you figure out the direction you need to go in, especially if it's in terms of something related to your material wealth, maybe something like a job offer. If you want to possibly move houses, this could be, submitting in a contract or getting an offer on your home if you're trying to sell, whatever it is. If it is communication, I do think it's going to help set you on the right path and give you a little bit more clarity regarding your situation. I do also have a Lenormand card here for you guys to give a little bit more information about what these cards may be talking about, and you guys got the house or the home. And this card is all about family. It can be about your actual physical home. So again, what I said, maybe some of you guys are thinking about moving, selling your home, whatever. And so it can be referring to that, whatever this new path is or this new direction when you go could involve your actual physical house. And it can also relate to your sense of security. When you think about your house, when you think about your family, that's where a lot of people find their sense of security, of belonging, and comfort. So, again, whatever this is, if it's not directly related to your home, maybe you're dealing with family members. So, again, like I said, if you are contemplating this new path, you might meet some resistance from people who are close to you. I do think it's going to resolve itself eventually, just because you do have the Sun and the Page of Pentacles in the upright. It does seem to be a positive energy going forward, but maybe you're concerned about having the support of your family, and maybe worry that you're not going to get that, or you're going to have to stand your ground against the ones that you love to really fight for whatever it is that you believe in. For others of you, if that doesn't resonate, it might just be, again, something about your sense of security. So whatever it is you want to do and whatever direction you're moving in is ultimately going to bring you comfort, security, stability. You know, again, if you take a look at the card, this house is wrapped up in all of these tree roots and branches. It's something that's built into a really stable and enduring facet of nature. You know, this tree looks like it's gigantic. It's been there for a long time and somebody built their home in it. So it's stable, it's deep rooted, it's long standing, and whatever direction you're going in is going to bring you closer to that stability. So all in all, I think that this is a really positive reading. You know, maybe the most negative thing is that some of you guys might be a little bit unsure about what you want to do, or you might be tempted to kind of jump into something without really looking before you leap. You might get a little bit impatient, but all in all, I think that you guys know what is best for you, and you're really going to actively pursue it, even if everybody else might not be on board. So I do hope that that resonated with some of you guys. Again, if it didn't, always make sure to check out your moon sign and rising signs. I do have the monthly videos up and most of the videos up for the mid-month readings, so do make sure to check those out. If you like the video, I would definitely appreciate a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, sharing the video. The more traction that these videos get, the more readings that I can do for you guys. I have considered doing love and romance readings. I know a lot of people are really interested in that subject matter in particular, and also possibly even doing weekly readings if the demand is there for those things. So thank you again for watching. I definitely appreciate all of you guys who have watched the videos, shared them, given thumbs ups, and subscribed to the channel. It definitely means the world to me as I'm just starting to get going with this channel. And with all of that being said, I will let you guys go. Thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you in a couple of weeks with your September monthly readings.